Hi, and welcome to English Channel. Are you learning English? Great. Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started.
1. Introduction. A story that changed the world. This is a true story, not a fairy tale. It is about Muhammad, peace be upon him, who was born without power or wealth. He grew up facing many difficulties and lived a simple life. Yet his honesty, patience, and strong character changed the world forever. This story teaches us the power of truth and good character. Now, you can learn English while exploring an inspiring story about courage, faith, and wisdom. 2. Part 1. The birth of light in a dark world. Before Islam, the world of the Arabs was full of darkness. People worshipped idols, and injustice was everywhere. Violence was common, and women and poor people had little value in society. Life was hard, and many people lived without hope. In this world, Muhammad, peace be upon him, was born in the year 570 CE in the city of Mecca. He was born without a father, and his life started with challenges. His name, Muhammad, means the praised one, showing the importance of his character and the future role he would play. His childhood was full of loss and tests of patience. When he was 6 years old, he lost his mother. At the age of 8, his grandfather passed away. After that, his uncle Abu Talib became his guardian. Although he grew up in poverty, Muhammad, peace be upon him, showed remarkable patience and maintained his dignity. Even as a young boy, his character was clear. He was honest, humble, and gentle. People noticed these qualities, and they trusted him in their daily matters. Because of this, he earned the title Al-Amin, which means the trustworthy. His honesty and kindness made him respected by all around him, even in a world that often valued power and wealth over goodness. These early years shaped Muhammad, peace be upon him, into a person of strength and integrity. Despite many hardships, he remained truthful and fair. His childhood teaches us that character and patience are more powerful than wealth or status. In the darkness of his time, Muhammad, peace be upon him, was already a light, showing the way for others with his words and actions. 3. Part 2. Marriage, silence, and the first revelation. As a young man, Muhammad, peace be upon him, worked as a shepherd and later became a merchant. He was known for his honesty and integrity. People trusted him because he never lied or cheated. His good character made him respected even in a world where many were greedy or dishonest. Through his work, Muhammad, peace be upon him, met Khadija, a wealthy and kind businesswoman. She hired him to manage her trade, and she soon saw his honesty and intelligence. This trust led to marriage. Their marriage was simple but deep and strong. They were loyal and supportive of each other. Khadija became Muhammad's greatest supporter, always standing by him in difficult times. Even with a happy and stable life, Muhammad, peace be upon him, was deeply concerned about the corruption and injustice in society. He often thought about the suffering of the poor, the unfair treatment of women, and the violence around him. To find guidance and peace, he frequently went to the cave of Hira in the mountains. There, he spent long hours in prayer and reflection, seeking truth and understanding. One day, in the cave, an angel appeared. It was Gabriel, the messenger of God. The angel commanded him to read or recite, marking the beginning of his mission. This was the first revelation from God, the start of a journey that would change the world forever. Khadijah believed in him completely and supported him with love and courage. Her faith helped Muhammad, peace be upon him, to continue his mission, even though the path ahead was full of challenges. This period of his life shows the importance of honesty, reflection, and support from loved ones. It teaches us that truth and patience are the foundation for all great achievements. 4. Part 3. The First Believers and Persecution. After receiving the first revelation, Muhammad, peace be upon him, began to share God's message. At first, he taught quietly and in private. The first people to believe in him were Khadijah, his loving wife, Ali, his cousin, Zayd, and Abu Bakr, his close friend. For 3 years, the message of Islam spread slowly, quietly, and carefully, as people were not ready to accept such a new idea. After 3 years, Muhammad, peace be upon him, called people publicly on Mount Safa. He asked them to worship one God, be kind, and act justly. Many people rejected his message. They laughed at him, insulted him, and even tried to stop him. This was the beginning of a long period of opposition and persecution. The early Muslims faced severe punishment for their faith. People like Bilal, Sumaya, and Yasser suffered torture because they believed in one God. Even in pain and fear, they stayed patient and never gave up their faith. Their courage inspired others to remain strong, showing that true belief does not depend on comfort or safety. The persecution grew worse. Muslims were forced to live in isolation at Shirbi Abi Talib for 3 years. During this time, Muhammad, peace be upon him, faced great sadness. He lost his beloved Uncle Abu Talib, who had protected him, and his wife Khadijah, his strongest supporter. This period, known as the Year of Sorrow, was the hardest in his life. Yet, despite the pain, he continued to trust God and keep his mission. In search of support, Muhammad, peace be upon him, traveled to the city of Taif. Instead of finding help, he was rejected, insulted, and even attacked with stones. Yet, he responded with humility and patience. He prayed to God, asking for guidance and mercy, not revenge. His faith and endurance showed that even in the darkest moments, humility, patience, and trust in God bring strength and hope. This period teaches us the value of patience, courage, and faith. The first believers endured suffering, but remained true to their beliefs. Their perseverance reminds us that standing for truth and justice often requires patience, resilience, and trust in God, even when the world opposes us. 5. Part 4. The Night Journey and New Hope. One of the most extraordinary events in the life of Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the night journey called Isra and Miraj. In a single night, he traveled from Mecca to Jerusalem. From there, he ascended through the heavens, meeting previous prophets and witnessing the wonders of the universe. During this journey, he received a great gift from God, the command to perform 5 prayers every day. These prayers became a central part of the life of every Muslim, guiding them in their faith and daily conduct. The night journey strengthened Muhammad, peace be upon him, and gave him new hope in the midst of difficulties. Even after this miraculous journey, life in Mecca remained challenging. The opposition from powerful leaders continued, and Muslims faced constant persecution. Muhammad, peace be upon him, began searching for a safe place where his followers could live freely and practice their faith without fear. He looked for a new home, a community where peace, justice, and kindness could flourish. During this search, he encountered the people of Yathrib, later called Medina. They were impressed by his character, honesty, and dedication to God. Over time, 2 important pledges, called the Pledges of Aqaba, were made. The people promised to protect Muhammad, peace be upon him, and support his mission. They welcomed him and the Muslims, offering a new beginning and a chance to build a community based on faith and justice. This period of Muhammad's life shows the importance of hope, perseverance, and divine guidance. Even in the face of hostility and suffering, God provided a path forward. The night journey inspired Muslims with faith and courage, while the support from the people of Medina opened the door to a safe home and a new start. Muhammad, peace be upon him, never gave up, even when the world seemed dark and dangerous. His life teaches us that hope and determination, guided by faith and integrity, can create opportunities even in the most difficult circumstances. The night journey and the journey to Medina remind us that patience, trust in God, and support from friends can bring new light and new beginnings, no matter how challenging life may seem. 6. Part 5. Hijrah, Struggle and Victory. As the opposition in Mecca grew stronger, Muhammad, peace be upon him, faced a serious threat to his life. The leaders of Mecca plotted to kill him. To protect him, Allah guided Muhammad, peace be upon him, to leave Mecca secretly. He and his companion Abu Bakr hid in the cave of Thor. During this dangerous journey, Allah protected them, showing that faith and trust in God brings safety and guidance even in the darkest moments. This journey to Medina is called the Hijrah, marking a new beginning for the Muslim community. In Medina, Muhammad, peace be upon him, began building a new society. He established the first mosque, where people gathered not only for prayer but also to learn, discuss, and strengthen community ties. He promoted brotherhood, justice, and fairness. Everyone, rich or poor, was treated equally, and the society was based on compassion, honesty, and shared responsibility. The Muslims faced several major battles during this time. At the Battle of Badr, they achieved a remarkable victory that strengthened their faith. At the Battle of Uhud, they faced difficulties due to disobedience, which taught important lessons about following guidance and discipline. In the Battle of the Trench, their intelligence, planning, and patience helped them defend the city successfully. Each battle was not only a physical struggle, but also a lesson in faith, strategy, and perseverance. Later, Muhammad, peace be upon him, made a peace treaty called the Treaty of Hudaybiyah with the people of Mecca. This agreement allowed Muslims to live peacefully and strengthen their community. Eventually, he returned to Mecca and conquered the city without bloodshed. He showed complete forgiveness to those who had opposed him, demonstrating that true leadership combines strength with mercy. This period of Muhammad's life teaches the importance of faith, patience, and wisdom. Through struggles, battles, and challenges, he remained guided by justice, compassion, and trust in Allah. The Hijrah, the building of a fair society, the lessons from battles, and the peaceful conquest of Mecca show that success comes from faith, strategy, and moral integrity. Even in the face of danger, patience, wisdom, and forgiveness can create lasting victories. 7. Part 6. Final message and passing away. In the final years of his life, Muhammad, peace be upon him, shared the complete message of Islam with the world. He called people to worship one God, be kind to others, and live with honesty, justice, and compassion. He reminded his followers that true success is measured by good character, faith, and service to humanity. His message encouraged equality, forgiveness, and respect for all people, regardless of wealth, status, or background. During these days, Muhammad, peace be upon him, continued teaching and guiding the Muslim community. He traveled to the nearby villages, delivered speeches, and reminded people of God's guidance. His words were clear, simple, and full of wisdom. People listened to him carefully, learning not only about worship, but also how to live righteous and meaningful lives. He emphasized patience, humility, and trust in God, teaching lessons that remain important even today. As time passed, Muhammad, peace be upon him, became ill. His health slowly declined, but his concern for his followers never weakened. Even during sickness, he continued to advise and guide them, ensuring that the community would remain strong after his passing. He reminded them to stay united, to uphold justice, and to care for the weak and needy. His final words were full of love, encouragement, and guidance for generations to come. When Muhammad, peace be upon him, passed away, the entire community mourned deeply. People felt a great loss, for they had lost not only a leader, but also a fatherly guide, a teacher, and a friend. Yet, even in death, his presence continued to inspire millions around the world. His life became a source of moral and spiritual guidance. His teachings, actions, and character left a legacy that cannot fade with time. The life of Muhammad, peace be upon him, shows that one person can make a lasting difference through faith, patience, honesty, and compassion. His message continues to bring hope, guidance, and unity to millions of people worldwide. Though he left the world physically, his spiritual legacy is eternal, reminding humanity of the importance of truth, kindness, and dedication to God. Final lessons: a legacy for all humanity. The life of Muhammad, peace be upon him, provides many lessons that remain valuable for the modern world. Here are 8 important lessons that we can learn and apply today. 1. The power of faith and patience. Faith and patience are powerful tools. Muhammad, peace be upon him, faced many difficulties, yet he always trusted God. His life teaches us that believing in a higher purpose and staying patient can help us overcome challenges and reach our goals. 2. Forgiveness is stronger than revenge. Even when people harmed him, Muhammad, peace be upon him, forgave them. He chose mercy over revenge. This shows us that forgiveness brings peace, heals relationships, and creates harmony, while anger and revenge only increase conflict. 3. A simple life with a higher purpose. Muhammad, peace be upon him, lived simply. He did not seek wealth or luxury. Instead, he focused on meaningful goals, helping others, and serving God. This teaches us that true happiness comes from purpose, good character, and serving humanity. 4. One person can change the world. His life proves that one person can make a great difference. With honesty, courage, and a strong mission, he inspired millions. This lesson reminds us that even a single individual, guided by values, can create lasting change. 5. Justice and kindness to others. He treated everyone fairly and cared for the weak and poor. Muhammad, peace be upon him, shows that justice, compassion, and kindness are essential for building a strong and peaceful society. 6. Act with truth and integrity. Honesty and integrity are powerful. Standing by the truth and following moral values helps people earn trust and respect, and it is the foundation for positive change in any community. 7. Patience and wisdom in challenges. Life can be difficult, but patience, planning, and wisdom help overcome problems. Muhammad, peace be upon him, faced many obstacles, but solved them carefully, showing that strategy and patience are key to success. 8. Live with purpose and leave a spiritual legacy. Finally, his life teaches us to live with purpose. By doing good deeds and following moral values, we can inspire others and leave a lasting spiritual legacy. True success comes from the impact we make on others through faith, character, and kindness. These 8 lessons are not only for his time, but also for today. They guide us to live with patience, honesty, compassion, and courage. They remind us that one person, living with purpose and strong values, can bring hope, change, and a positive legacy to all humanity.
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.